What's the first thing you do when you get off the plane and you go to your buddy's? Is it a cabin on the river? What is it? You go to a cabin?
Yeah, sure, we'll call it a cabin.
You go to a cabin on the river and you're going on your mancation. What's the first thing you do?
I get a beer.
How many beers do you drink that night?
Before I go to cocktails or just...
Okay, yeah. How much alcohol is consumed that night?
If I get there really late, we start right with cocktails. But I'll probably have 2, maybe 3 beers before cocktails start because I'll get in about 5:30. 6 o'clock will be my first beer. Probably be done having beers by 8. And then we'll be on to cocktails. And then I'll have cocktails probably until after 2 in the morning.
Jesus.
And I'll say we'll have 1 cocktail an hour.
So a lot.
Yeah. So, 10. 10
For
drinks.
sure, try to relax when you're traveling. We know it takes a long time. You wait in long lines. Just try to let it go. Make sure you bring all your medications with you. Take your medicines. Don't forget to take your medication.
Don't forget.
I always want people to enjoy themselves, and I'm sure that they've been waiting to eat something delicious where they're traveling, but just try to use common sense.
Or drink like they're going through a fraternity hazing.
But here's
That's
the thing.
what Jeremy does.
But here's the thing. What you left out is all the drinks I had before I got there. As soon as I get on the airplane, I'm going to have at least 3 Bloody Marys from here to Seattle.
You know
That's
what the
why
number one cause?
That's why I do the upgrade. So I can get the free Bloody Marys.
Number one cause of death for Americans on vacation?
Alcohol.
Even though vacation is supposed to be relaxing, there is a lot of stress that goes on vacation. There's the stress of time change. They may go out and eat a lot of food. They may drink a lot of alcohol. Yeah. And then they wake up and they try to do a lot of activity that they're not maybe used to doing.
A lot of activity. Last time you ever rafted? Last year?
Last year, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you take 50 weeks off.
You have to understand.
And again, from both drinking and rafting.
The first part of the week, I'm just sitting in a boat. It's like a 25-foot, jet boat, and I'm just fishing. So I'm not doing anything dangerous. There's rails. I mean, the whole thing is safe. It's the second week I'm there that we start doing the rafting. So I'm already conditioned. My body, my liver is conditioned to have a lot of alcohol.
Heart attacks are the number one cause for death on
vacation.
On vacation, because people,
if I die of a heart attack, you know why?
People are out of their element. They are not used to their normal routine, and they try to say, "Hey, screw it, I'm on YOLO. I'm on vacation."
Right?
I can have 27 drinks when I get off the plane.
That's very true.
I don't drink up the next morning.
I don't really drink that much anymore. I drink very little.
Yeah, I know. It shows you're losing weight. That's good. I'm just saying that your tolerance.
So you looking out for me? You saying maybe I shouldn't have 27 drinks a day?
Hey, listen, you're a big boy, okay? And I don't mean that figuratively anymore. I mean that
I'm a grown-up?
You're a grown-up, okay?
No, this is actually good to think about because I hear about this all the time. This is the same thing that happens with drug addicts, right? Like they're an addict, they get off the drugs, and then they go back and they relapse, and they try to use the same amount of drugs they did before they, got help.
That's when they die.
And it's too much for their body. Mm-hmm. So slow it down a little.
Isn't that what happened to, what was the guy's name? Philip Seymour Hoffman? Is that what happened to him?
Yeah. I know he died of a drug overdose.
Yeah.
I don't know. All these guys, all these actors dying of accidental drug overdoses.
He had kicked it for a long period of time and then went back to using the same frequency in which he was using before, and that's what did it.
That's what got him.
Yeah. So, anyways, just
drink a lot of water. That's what I try to do. I try to drink a water between every drink.
But I mean, you're
slow down.
You're older, and the weird thing about it is the guys that you go with are older as well.
Well, they're older than I am by 10 years.
They're older, and they drink more than you do on a regular basis.
Yes, they do.
So don't try to keep up with them just because you're the young buck. And this is what I think the dynamic.
I don't try to keep up with anybody. I drink a beer until it's gone, and then I get another one.
The dynamic that you fall into is like you don't want to be outstaged by these old guys, especially because you're putting so much importance on like age lately. I think you're having like a midlife crisis because you call anybody who's like 50 an old person.
Older.
But you're 43. So it's like you're right there with them.
Am I 43?
Yeah. So
how old are you? 44?
44.
Okay.
So, and you're going to be 44 pretty soon. So
end of November. Okay.
Yeah,
it's practically Christmas.
If you don't make it through this vacation, you're not going to make it. So,
okay. So if I die on this vacation, I'm going to die a happy man.
Okay.
I mean, I miss my family and friends, and but I'm going to If I had to die at any point during the year, I want it to be during these 2 weeks.
Why? So you can have blood on the hands of your friends that see you once a year?
Yeah, whatever.
Your blood's on their hands?
It'll be fine.
Should have took better care of me on my vacation.
I'll die doing something I love. That's
Just
what
be
matters.
careful. Be careful.
Thank you.
Subscribe to the Jeff and Jeremy podcast now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, and YouTube. It's your Central Coast commute-friendly podcast.